I saw the tattoo on your wrist. So what is that?
This is Linda Benglis. She's a feminist.
Conservatives and libertarians, we don't believe feminism is needed. So just based on that, I said socialist.
Hello.
What's going on?
Will you state your name and your political affiliation?
My name's Topher. I just recently started identifying as a conservative. Before that, I just had the same political ideologies, just never put a name to it.
My name is Elise. Politically, I identify as fairly liberal, left-wing.
Today, you're going to match political identity to strangers.
All right.
We sent you a list of the political identities you have to pick from, right?
Yes, anarchist, moderate,
libertarian, a conservative, and a socialist. Truthfully, I feel like the moderate is the most hard for me to imagine. Like, who are these undecided swing voters, centrist people?
Is anybody even really moderate? Like, for real? Look, guys, look, okay? You can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, everyone could be friends, but I really have no idea what a moderate looks like.
How do you feel about conservatives? Because there's one in the line.
Right now, with our current political climate, I kind of feel like there's like a lot of willing ignorance in being conservative. Statistically, probably going to be white.
What kind of person is a socialist?
A socialist? Anybody that loves AOC.
Is there a look to that kind of person?
Just not your normal looking person, I believe sometimes. I don't know what normal is. Don't ask me what normal is. I just mean they have like, you just tell that they're very just anti-normal.
You ready to lean into some stereotypes and
Let's do
make
it.
judgments about people?
Sure.
First stranger, please come in.
Hi. So what does it say on your t-shirt? Can I get the rest of it? I was placed in the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
Okay, that was about to be a big factor one way or the other. If it was just in the House, full stop, I would be like, that's the conservative right there.
Well, it couldn't be anarchists because they don't care about the system. They want to destroy it. I see an American flag somewhere over there.
You should know that book cover.
Do you think America's the greatest country in the world?
Yes.
I think you are a conservative feminist.
I'm gonna go with conservative.
All right, here's our next person.
Hi, I'm Mabel. I use they, them pronouns.
What's up, Mabel? Topher. Just Topher. I would have to go with anarchist.
Why would you think that?
You use they and them, so you just against everything normal, I feel like.
Topher, what's normal to you?
Of course, I believe in two genders. If I see a female, I'm be like, oh, that's a she. And if it's a he, then I'm gonna say he.
You have a sharp lens and understanding about gender issues. I'm feeling pretty good about labeling you as the socialist.
Totally.
My name is River, and I'm about to have my political affiliation guessed.
Oh, nice. Okay. The button up, clean cut.
Clean cut, a little preppy. What kind of shoes are you wearing?
I'm not wearing shoes because I'm inside the house, and I'd like to keep the inside of my house clean.
Spoken like a true moderate.
I'm gonna actually go with moderate.
Sure thing.
I'm Becca.
Hi, Becca. Nice to meet you.
I don't see any crazy hairstyle and no makeup. Little though, not much.
A little.
Yeah, a little makeup. Man, this is tough.
Are you religious, Becca?
I definitely identify as Catholic.
When do you believe life begins?
For me personally, I think it begins at conception.
You do.
I saw the tattoo on your wrist. So what is that?
This is Linda Benglis. She's a feminist.
Conservatives and libertarians, we don't believe feminism is needed. Feminists tend to wear less makeup too. It's just one of those things. And look,
I have seen so many feminists wearing faces full of makeup.
So just based on that, I said socialist.
What happens after you die?
I have no idea.
You're more focused on like here on earth and not like getting into heaven.
Yes, I don't affiliate with the Roman Catholic Church anymore. What I turn to the most is the corporal works of mercy and the spiritual works of mercy.
Do they say anything about how to respond to authority?
I have my own beliefs about how to respond to authority.
Okay, I think that you are the anarchist. You've found a way to keep your religious and moral framework and your politics separate.
Okay.
The Catholic anarchist.
Hi, I'm Carly. Nice to meet you.
Is that overalls you're wearing?
Camo cloth overalls.
Camo, baby. Okay. A little sense of Americanism there.
How do you think you would respond in a zombie apocalypse?
I would kick major ass.
I think you are the libertarian. I think the libertarian would be like, I'm gonna get a gun and get in there and kick ass.
Big house, so that means you believe in capitalism. All right, okay. I'm gonna go with libertarian.
All right. With a raise of hands, who did Topher guess correctly?
Hey, majority. There we go.
Just one. Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
So, Elise, you got me wrong. So, what do you think I am now?
The libertarian.
That would be correct.
I have this stereotype that libertarians kind of only care about themselves, don't want to like invest money in social programs to help poor people. What would you say to people like me?
Yeah, I think the libertarian idea is definitely based in capitalism, but I think capitalism can work out really well if we let it run its course. I truly believe that we don't need the government telling us what to do.
Like not wearing masks, right? I could just walk outside, I don't have to be told to wear my mask.
I don't think it should be a government position to say.
Cool.
I don't know if we really have like a really viable like libertarian party, at least not ones who are like running candidates for president. No?
We are.
Okay.
We have a candidate. Her name is Jo Jorgensen.
So are you for Jo Jorgensen instead then?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And so you don't think that like this very important election, you're throwing your vote away on a third party candidate?
I don't. I think it's our duty to vote for somebody who we think would make the best president. This is actually the first presidential election that I'm old enough to vote, so
Hey,
I'm excited.
Congratulations.
You guessed right. I'm a socialist.
You gave me a hard time, and your poker face was just like, oh my God, I feel like I messed up. So Becca, what makes you socialist?
So it actually comes from my Catholicism. Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, visit the sick and imprisoned. I mean, it's really like a socialist ideal, right? Of like taking care of other people.
I have to ask if being Catholic means that you're pro-life, policy-wise. If you
Policy-wise, I am pro-choice. I can't personally figure out where life begins if it's not at conception, but I'm not going to impede other people's access to needed medical care.
So you got me right. I am a moderate.
Why are you a moderate, I guess?
Moderates are more interested in just making good policy instead of trying to shift the scales one way or another, left or right.
Does that mean that you like may vote Democrat and may vote Republican in any given election?
I do more affiliate with the Democratic Party, but there are places where people should be compromising a lot more and seeing very simple solutions, and they're not because there's so much partisan bickering.
Congrats. Yeah, I'm the anarchist.
What is an anarchist?
We're looking to abolish government and systems of capitalism.
So violence is completely okay as long as it's a end for that goal, right?
I'm not going to specifically say where I stand on that on the internet. Have you been confronted a lot at rallies?
Yes. Most recently, we was at the Unsilent Majority March on DC. We had a couple of Black Lives Matter supporters come up, and we all got into altercation.
At least the anarchists I know are some of the kindest people that I've ever met. So anarchy is really about like love and just caring for everyone and wanting to all share power.
Okay.
So I guess that you were the libertarian.
Yes.
But now I think you're probably the conservative.
My fellow conservative.
What's popping? Like I said, I was looking at everything. I was like, okay, this person, yeah, they don't mind making money.
What does it mean to you when you say that you're conservative?
I believe, anything that you get in life is something that you work for. Everything I have in my life, the things you see, the nice things I have is because I worked for it and I made it happen for myself when I had the odds against me.
Interesting. Sounds like you have a lot of ideological overlap with libertarianism. So I feel still good about my choice.
Yes.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
How was this?
Super interesting, definitely hard. I think every one of you had something about you that like threw me off.
Would you say that the country is more polarized now than it has been?
Polarized, yeah, in a long time. Like on a daily, I get nasty messages, racial slurs thrown at me from Black and white liberals and people alike. So it's tough.
Topher, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing your lives with me today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Keep being conservative.
Oh, for sure.
Wear your mask.
Okay.